Well, speaking of patriotism, I'm sure our friends across the border were showing lots of patriotism today as it is Canada Day. So hello and happy Canada Day to our viewers throughout Canada who are watching us tonight. We always appreciate that.
Perfect weather.
Yeah, it really was.
For our Canadian friends and for all of our American neighbors, of course. It's a perfect day out there in Metro Detroit.
Really was, and the humidity down, so I wish we could stay like this because it's such great sleeping weather for people that don't have air conditioning and things like that. This weekend is going to get warm again, but we have a couple nights where we might be able to kind of sneak in this cooler weather for us, especially when you wake up tomorrow morning. Right now in downtown Detroit, there's a lovely shot from our Windsor Sky Cam, so thank you again to our viewers across the river. We've got temperatures right now that are in the 70s in Detroit. So it's still warm, 77 downtown, but again, we don't have as much humidity as what we've had recently, so it feels pretty good. 65 in Ann Arbor, 73 in Pontiac, and 70 right now in Monroe. A little cooler than it was last night by about 9 degrees in Ann Arbor and about 2 to 6 degrees everywhere else. So that's a welcome change for us, as I said, especially in the evenings. And it was a very, very hot June. As we round out the month, we go back and kind of see where we were. And in orange, this kind of mustard yellow orange, whatever it appears like on your screen there, those are above average days. And you can see how many of them there were in June. And we had one record-breaking day on Monday, the 23rd, and we had that stretch of 90-degree weather. So it was definitely a very hot month for us. In fact, it was so warm that we had the 11th warmest on record out at Metro Airport. 7-day temperatures for us going right back up again. So starting out July with temps above average, we should be at 83. And every day this week and into the weekend, we are above average each and every day, climbing by about a degree or two higher than the day before. East Coast getting lots of showers and thunderstorms. Not great news for some delays, flight delays in New York, Philadelphia, D.C., down to Richmond. We're under this ridge of high pressure, but tomorrow there's just a very slight chance that we'll get a couple thunderstorms popping up late in the day, and these would be those isolated pop-up storms that we'll watch. So here's 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and could be a couple of things on the radar also at 6 o'clock. Better chance, though, right around 9, 10 o'clock up into the thumb from Sandusky north. That's when we could get at least a rumble of thunder up there and possibly a severe thunderstorm. So SPC has placed us under a level 1. That's a marginal risk. Does not include the southern part of our viewing area, but anywhere from just south of Novi northward is under that level 1 risk for tomorrow. 4th of July looks pretty nice for the fireworks. Mainly clear skies, a nice mild evening with temps right around 80 degrees. So your forecast for tonight, 64 degrees, mainly clear skies, really pleasant. Winds will be out of the west-northwest, right around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, 86 for the high, a little warmer than today, and that slight chance of an isolated shower or thunderstorm, that would be later in the day. Winds out of the west around 5 to 10. And then the 3-day forecast, Thursday looks fine, 87 for the high. 4th of July, it's getting hot and humid. You'll notice the humidity creeping up, especially as we get into Friday, certainly for Saturday and Sunday. And when you get that hot and humid, obviously we start to squeeze out some of those thunderstorms. So plan for that for the second half of the weekend. And then about a week from now, we'll be back down closer to normal in the low 80s. But unfortunately, it looks like we're not getting a break really for very long from that intense heat, as again this weekend in the 90s with heat indices about the mid 90s.